we had to start with a special instrumental for this episode. We had to go into the archives.
My mama. Look, I mean, like I need a tech and a motherfucking military jacket.
Me and the guests in here today, man, we go back like 4 flats.
You can get a good cipher to this still to this day.
You could.
I'm more of a down south rapper. I already got the East Coast swing.
Yeah, this one you gotta like.
Your bars gotta be on point.
I'm waiting for the day T.I. passed away prematurely so we can celebrate his death. Like, just post all his lyrics. No, like, no bullshit. Like, so Biggie's death just passed, right? And then, like, everybody, it's cold to see everybody just post, like, big lyrics. And I was like, man, I want to just post this guy lyrics. Like, I'll be the only one that would care.
You would be.
Listen. That's how y'all know the difference, right? Mm-hmm. Big Die, it's lyrics. What's your favorite line? What's your favorite song? Yeah. You see bars everywhere. On Pac days, all you see is pictures
of bananas and nose rings. Fight me.
And in the words of my nigga Sean Combs, we ain't talk about no other rappers, nigga. We talk about you.
Yes.
Let's fucking go, Puff.
They was like, what's your favorite Big song? I'm like, Who Shot You? I'm like, I don't care, man. When that come on, regardless of what I'm doing, I get my little Puff shimmy. Like, I feel it in my bones, that song.
I was so upset. I don't know if I just got the wrong people on my timeline, but I seen nobody, like, quoting niggas bleed. I was getting so mad. Like, even when I seen the post, like, what's your favorite song? Nobody said niggas bleed.
I was going on people posts, so I never post on their shit, just typing niggas bleed.
Yes.
Niggas bleed.
I'm like, y'all niggas don't know Arizona Ross from Tucson?
Push the black Q-Con.
Usually have the soul grooves on. Mostly rock the Isleys.
Stupid as a... Come on, man. Don't get me started. Greatest rap verse ever.
Hey, that boy Christopher Wallace was a real problem.
Dude, listen. Them story raps, G.
Man,
and it's like, the way he did them on that album, I mean, granted, he always did them, but on that first Life After Death disc, they went, like, when it came on, that story on the first one, to me, I feel like is one of the best I ever heard, with the whole soundtrack in the background, and he said, dude turned around holding his daughter. I was like, oh man.
Shit.
So,
I mean, even, like, you know, with Hypnotized, it's probably the greatest lyrical commercial rap song.
I told motherfuckers that, like, it wasn't really commercial when you listen to the lyrics. The beat was, but he talking about motherfuckers' daughters tied up in the Brooklyn basement.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Not Joe Dennis' story about Anthony Mason.
Listen.
Rest in peace.
Right. We gonna look. Listen, no, we're not going there today. Not going there today. But dude, yeah, like I think that's how you know, like, essentially the greatness of Puff, right? Because when you go listen, and you be like, Puff sample everything from the 80s, and it's like, yo, we're about to take this dude with probably the hardest street raps, the best flow you ever heard, and we're gonna put him over this 80s hit, like this jazz hit from Herb album. We're gonna loop that up, and we're gonna put this out. So even like white people who know this song gonna have to move to it when they hear it. And we just gonna love it because we put some dope drums under it. Like, it was genius because people wasn't doing it. Oh, man.
We miss you, Christopher. We miss you, Christopher.
I'm finna cry.
You gave us your nephew. We'll take him for now.
You know, we might cry because
William Roberts.
You know what? Stop it.
Let's just move on. Let's just
get out of here.
As always, let's just move on.
You know what? So we have a guest.
Yes.
Oh man, I think we gonna. So listen, I'm just gonna jump out the window and say y'all know our guest. You should know our guest if you've ever been on the internet looking for shoes, and it's a lot of ladies too, because ladies always hit me up like, you looking for shoes, like looking for shoes for their boyfriends and stuff. I'm like, listen, and they always ask me about some shoe that came out like 4 months ago. I'm like, hey, it's over with. You gotta look at these particular places that still got them, and I'll be like, that's where you gotta look, because you can't come to me talking about, Dion, where can I find some shoes my boyfriend want? And yeah, I think they call it the band ones. I'll be like, oh.
Quick disclaimer: I ain't finding your boyfriend shit. Shit, do you hit Neil, Nathan?
The fuck?
Like, 2017, this nice Aunt Pete, I'm gonna help you be a better girlfriend for another nigga. No.
Think about it, bro. You got
Google. Google is your best friend.
She go by that nigga, probably, you know what I'm saying, the 88s or some shit. So now he fly. He go write a post, I got the best girlfriend in the world. She bought me these. Really, all the time, he should be thanking Aunt fucking Pete.
Right.
Now, this nigga get head on demand for the next month.
Jesus.
Right.
I don't even know how we went this.
I don't. I don't even know how I got looped into that, but right. Fuck it, right.
So,
like, next time you want some shoes, Google.
The fuck?
Wench.
Dang.
Sorry.
So, I guessed, man, listen, he owns, I don't even want to call it a store because it's a brand. The brand now. Padded room. And I remember the first day I walked in the store, I'm looking around. I walked over to the 14 section and they like, oh man, they like, how you found out about us? And I was like, I was like, well, actually, the guy that owns this place, he told me to come in. And they just like chuckled. I was like, yeah, that's how you know you're a real boss. Like when you go to the store and you're not in there. Like that's how you know. But I love it because the dudes who was in there, they knew so much about the shoes. I was like, yeah. So Padded Room Chicago. Sir, I want you to just tell us, and you add on to this introduction.
I mean, let's just give it. Can we say your government name? Like we talk all these accolades, we ain't get to his name yet.
Everybody call me Bo.
Right? Okay, I was gonna go with that. So we have Bo here, owner of Padded Room,
of Padded Room fame.
Me and Bo go way back. Way back. Like, way back. Like, we was on the young Antioch Hoop Squad together. So, yeah, I mean, good dude. I mean, Bo, tell us about yourself. Talk your shit.
Young Antioch, plus, Beasley Bees.
Let's
never forget that.
Let's never forget once where we came from.
Yeah, because even, this is my first time meeting Fresh, but I think I know Fresh because I listen to the podcast. I'm like, nah, Fresh, it's like we grew up together listening to the podcast. So, when people talk ill about Beasley, I be listening like, come on now.
Everybody relax.
Yeah, everybody slow down. We had a swimming pool, 4 lunchrooms.
Come on. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. Swimming pool, 4 lunchrooms. Let's go.
Not to be out fucking done. Michelle Clark had a swimming pool. We had the dopest gym on the west side.
That was a swimming pool like the kiddie fill up. Yeah, we had an Olympic size.
No, we had an Olympic size swimming pool too. That's right, they made Michelle Clark a high school. Not too much, motherfuckers. When you get off 290, when you get off 290 at Laramie, that monument that's right there.
The monument, when I get off 290 at Laramie, after I bypass the Porn Man.
When we get off the heroin highway.
Right. When I get off 290, after avoiding another shootout. Fuck Congress as a street. Fuck Congress as a street.
That corn man is really the feds.
No key, I think his English has got so much better over the years.
But we'll go to him faithfully.
Real quick though, like, I rep the West Side. My father's side of the family, my mother too. They from K-Town, so yeah. When people go too hard, I would say, let's be cool now.
Shout out to Bo Pops. Yeah. The softball king.
Yeah, my dad's the man. My dad's the man.
So you got this nice padded room jacket, man. I'm like, yo. This is one of one. When it comes to manufacturing, you got to be careful. You got to sample the stuff. I always, So people, where you get that from? Well, I kind of got one of one. That's the perks of owning something. You get to be the one that try it on and make sure that people like it. So now that you tell me you like it, it can go into mass production now. Oh man,
get that to everybody else.
So what made you jump out the window and start the padded room? Tell us how that came about.
Man, I love sneakers. Like right now, I got on the Jason Kidd Zone Flight 95. This is my favorite shoe. Since I was coming here, I put them on purpose. I know we adults, we're not supposed to get dressed on purpose, but just let fall into stuff. But I wore these guys come here, and I appreciate y'all. The show is super dope. But this shoe in 95 got me into them. I didn't own them. I missed it. I ain't had no money. And that's why a lot of the adults now, we buy stuff that we just missed out on. It's coming back around, and we we can afford it now. We grab it. So these sneakers got me in the shoes. And what got me into selling shoes in 2004, I bought a pair of cool gray Jordan 4s with the idea to sell them. That was I bought them to make money off of them because I knew they didn't have them in certain places. So it took that. I think I profited maybe like $37. Sold them on eBay. I was like, I don't think I was working at the time. It was like $37. Like, I just bought a shoe, made $37. You know, it was 2004. So if you think minimum wage, like it took me 10 seconds to buy the shoe. I was in the store already. I love sneakers. I'm always in the store.
Right.
You know, I put them on eBay. The listing took about 5 minutes to get them up. So once they sell, it's like I'm golden. I'm feeling happy. Like off $37.
Right.
You know, that's a big thing. And it involves now that one shoe just turned to me trying to sell hundreds of shoes. You know, and I always tell people when you have a business like that, it's small investments. You know, some people like to invest in big things, real estate, you know, whatever it is that you use to make money. Shoes are just my small investments, and I just do it over and over again.
Okay. Cool.
Well, we like to, us, the good fellas at No Foreplay, like to take pride in our shoes. You know, just the other day, I had to do a little fresh stunt. I ain't really pulled it in a minute. I was on Snapchat. And the guy was woofing, man. Like, man, Fresh, you don't really be out here no more, you know, because I got to dress up for work. So they be thinking, like, I fell off. So I had to snap and, you know, I pulled out my Jordan 1s.
Talk your shit,
I brought
bro.
the band ones out, you know, the All-Star game. Then just for, you know, the icing on the cake, I brought out the S550s. The shadow backboards, you know, in some places they like were 550, so I call them the S550. Then I told them, y'all don't really want smoke, you know what I'm saying? I just look like this now. Don't think the shit still, I still keep the Draco on me. Don't think Big Soldier can't come to the hood. Don't think Big Soldier can't come to the hood. The fuck?
Oh, man.
But, man, I don't think we'll ever let go. Like, I told myself every year, like, Michael Jordan, I'm done with you. Like, I don't care. Then we started a fucking shoe group, which just motivates each other. Like, hey, man, he's coming out, bro. We got to get them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's part of loving sneakers or loving anything. You have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then you come right back to it.
Come right back to it.
You know, that's just when you love anything, you know, let it go. That's how, you know, relationships, right? You're supposed to let it go and see if it come back to you.
Oh,
if
man.
it's great, it's supposed to come back, right?
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah, in theory.
Now,
Man,
a lot of guys have let it go and it's never came back.
And it's never came back. Hey, you know what, dude? I kid you not. When I go to work, and I keep some shoes at my desk, and I'll go and I'll be like, okay, I put my little dress shoes on, I walk around the office, and I just be like, sometimes I get the shakes. I'll be like, because I think about my most comfortable shoes, and I'll be like, gee, but do they know how good them KD8s feel on my feet? I feel like I'm walking on a cloud. Like, and I just think about, do you know how good them MX feel? You know how good my Hirachis feel? You know how much better I will be working?
I say this all the time. Like, if I could go to work every day in joggers and Jordans, I would be like the most productive employee ever.
Yeah.
Like the thought of me having to iron and shit. Like, bro.
Yeah, I've been on this recent kick, no bow ties. So I've been wearing like polos and like short sleeve shirts to work and shit. And I thought my principal was gonna snap, but she like, Monroe, I'm feeling the new swag. Oh yeah. So now I'm trying to sneak in Jordan 1s because I feel like Jordan 1s, they like narrow enough where I can get away with Jordan
1s.
Yeah.
If you're going to sneak a sneaker in, the Jordan 1 is where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, you can get it with a tuxedo if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You know, you definitely can wear it to work.
Oh yeah, nice chino pants. You can kick it off like that.
So how did that 95 Jason Kidd stand the test of time to remain your favorite shoe?
Like I said, I think it was just that was the first shoe that I really wanted. No, because that was, like I said, I was in 5th grade then.
Yeah.
And you don't, like before then, you don't really want stuff. Like you want games, like toys. Like it's nothing of, you know, no sneak. You don't want a dope jacket. Like that comes later. And I think that's when you in 5th grade, and you like really starting to feel yourself as a man in 5th grade. You like the girls looking at me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like I actually,
All the light skinned wavy girls loving me now.
You start brushing your hair. Like you start doing stuff. You know,
Start paying attention to like shit like hygiene.
Exactly.
Like, am I musty today?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So I think I was like, I was a fresh, and I like really show that because if you remember, the Grand Hills came out the second Grand Hill with the patent leather.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the shoes from that era. Go ahead.
Like that Grand Hill, like everybody had them.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You know
F right here. Yeah. And so like these are the ones I couldn't get them. And I was sick, man.
Yeah.
As I'm still now. I got them on now because I was sick then. like that, that's how you just come back around. And that I don't know if it's just the design on the carbon fiber. Everything about it was dope.
Yeah.
I think every guy has a shoe that they was sick about that they missed out on. I think my shoe, Bo, the 13s, the French Blues. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I finally got my hands back on those, I think I damn near text Bo like they back in my possession.
I'm gonna tell you, when I was a shorty, all this like around the same time. Them had dropped. We had them like all us had them. We like warm every day to death. Like we hooped in them, did everything till the front came off. Everybody we say, "Oh, yo, Jason Kidd's talking." Then at the Stoudemire's, I think the up-tempo Stoudemire's came out like right after that, something crazy like that. But it was the flu games, man. Like I wanted the flu game so bad, but I lived in a neighborhood where the Black Stones were prevalent. And if you won a Black Stone, you was getting your flu games took. And like my OG them, they wasn't going for that. And like the best place to go to get them was like Chicago Avenue Discount Mall. And that was like Stone City. So it was like my OG was not going. Like I could not get them. That was the first shoe that she said like, due to the gang crimes, you cannot have that shoe. And I was like pissed off. Like to this day, I don't think I have ever had the flu games to this day because my mom said I couldn't have them.
It's the same thing like the black and red 11s, the patent leather 11s. Like you couldn't just wear those around. Mm-hmm. And I hate, I don't like to promote like Chicago as being a violent city, even though we know violence happens in every major city. But it's highlighted big time here. It is bad. Don't get me wrong. But I hate to be the one to be like, oh man, you can't wear those shoes. Even back then in Chicago, but you couldn't.
Yeah.
And I think any city that has major street gang culture, you'll understand that you can't just go walk around with. At a point in time, now you can wear whatever you want color-wise. Yeah. But back then, no, you black and red shoes, and they cold too. It's not like it's a bad shoe, and you just like, oh man, I got the colors on. Like no, people want to take them. And they're gonna wear them.
Right. They're gonna wear them the next day after they whip your ass and get them.
And they gonna wear them, and they gonna be like, man, don't let them see you too the next day. You'd be scared to go. I said, man, they whooped me yesterday and took my shoe and look and got them on today. That'd be a sad day.
At school.
That'd be. They got a bad. They got bad. That
would be horrible.
You got to, and then at that point, you had a fork in the road. And now you're thinking about like, well, how much time will I do in juvie if I
look, you got to be smart, man. Even when I go to LA now, I do not bring my blue or red shoes. Like I be looking like, I be like, after the first time, I was like, nah, see that. I was like, this is real. I see here, so. You got to follow the rules. You got to follow the rules.
Color should be real. I never, a former friend of the podcast, Elliot, he always joke about this to this day. So when we play basketball, the train tracks, Oakdale, my side was Blackstone, his side was GD. I don't know what I was thinking, but I left my red shoestrings and my black Air Force Ones. I'm literally shooting around right before we about to play a pickup game. One of the big homies over there like, yo, fam, like, what's up with them red shoestrings? I look, and then it just finally clicked. I like, oh man, this is part of an outfit, Joe. This ain't like that, man. He's like, all right, man. Like I seen you around, but all right, man. Like you cool with that shit, man. Next day, all black, everything. I don't want no problems, Jack. None. Oh man, none. Chicago. Call me a hoe if you like. I'm a live hoe.
Yeah, but it was different then. You'll get your ass beat, but you'll live.
Yeah.
It's funny to say that like call me however you want. Like I tell people now. Man, when it comes to dealing with conflict resolution is supposed to be what we're masters as we get older. Mm-hmm. Like, somebody can step on my shoe, somebody can bump it, somebody can be in the club, you can knock my whole drink out of my hand. I'll probably apologize to you faster than you apologize to me.
Yeah.
Man.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Because things don't end well when you get into conflict with people on the street. When we're adults, like, we can really hurt each other. You can, like, kill each other.
Right.
So, the best thing to do, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. You got it. Whatever you got to use to make yourself feel comfortable to apologize to somebody, that's what you got to throw out there.
Because some of these dudes come to the club looking for
ready.
You know what I mean? I know.
And I ain't got time for it because, like, just think of all the shit you had to do to get to the club. Like, getting a babysitter lined up. Like, that's stressful in itself. Like, pick an outfit. Like, hopefully I ain't get too fat from eating. So, like, the jeans still fit. Wait, hopefully the line ain't too long for me to get in. It ain't cold. Man. I try to embrace the cold by running out the car without my jacket.
Right, do I want to pay for coat check?
Right. Now I got to stand in this long ass line at the bar. Like, it's just so many variables to when you finally step on my foot, right? Like, nah, bro, like, I'm good. I'm sorry. there's a red bone over there waiting for me.
You know, I got a question. What shoe would you buy every year if it came out?
Ooh, shit. Don't start with me. Let me think.
Oh, no, man, already on deck. Man.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Black Cement 3.
That's a winner.
I feel like that goes with anything. I don't give a fuck if you wearing blue jeans and a white shirt. Them still go flick. Like,
Damn,
I
Fred.
don't care.
That low key may be my answer.
Because they go with
But
anything.
I think the band won just because I missed out on them. I might have to talk to Kiara after we get off the air about that. But yeah, I think that shoe damn near goes with anything.
Yeah, those two classics. Like you can't. What about you, Dion? I know you like to ask the question, man.
Man, you know what? I think I do love the band ones, but I'm not gonna duplicate that answer. I'm gonna go with actually a shoe I never had. I would go with the Concord 11s. Like, because I feel like those are the same. Like, I could wear them with whatever, and I feel like I could really wear those with a suit. And just be like,
I met Bo in the Evergreen Plaza parking lot to get those shoes. I remember. I missed out that morning, and I was on the search, and I was like at the crib, sad. I'm like, damn, like I ain't got the Concords. Then Bo, like a sign from heaven, called me like, can you meet me? I said, where? He ain't had to say the plaza. He could have said, can you meet me in K-Town? Yes, let me call Fresh, and we will be there.
On the real. Oh, now.
Well, what about you, Bo? What shoe?
Yeah, that's what I was coming around to.
I would say the Royal Foam Posit, just the original.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Bibby wore.
Oh, yeah.
National Championship.
Damn.
Yeah, that's my joint.
Y'all are bringing us some heat. I mean, I feel like we all got like 3 or 4 pair.
Fuck the world, man.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, these sneakers are like mid-90s.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, you're talking about the threes, like it's 88. Like, that's like,
stand the test of time.
yeah, you got the kids now. That's they number one shoe. Like that's the number one Jordan right now, the Retro 1. You know, it's 8485, and that's amazing to me. Just somebody who loves sneakers.
Yeah.
For that to be like, I know we get a whole lot of Yeezy energy and Adidas Boost energy, but let me see that, you know, as the years go on.
Yeah.
People still like, you know, putting 30 years on something.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Dude,
Now, we had a chance to sit down with some kids, and, you know, naturally, me and the kids get to talk about shoes. He saw my phone case with all the shoes on the back, and he get to talk to me. We going over shoes, and then he hit me with a question that I usually ask someone, another sneakerhead, like, what's your Grail? Like, I know you're probably a big collector, so you probably got your Grail. But do you have a Grail? And to the people out there, Grail is like that one shoe that always seems to elude you. It's like your holy grail, like the, every time you see it make that noise.
Yeah, and generally with Grails, like, they're expensive. That's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're truly unsafe. And then the shoe that it is for me is the undefeated Jordan 4.
Oh.
And that shoe is amazing, but I just can't see myself at any stretch spending $30,000, $40,000 on one pair of shoes that I'm not going to wear.
And I'm definitely not going to wear.
That's the big thing. I'm not going to wear, and I like to wear my shoes. And like you said I'm a big collector. Like, that's a big misconception with me. 100 pair. That's that. Well, okay. So I say that.
I'm looking like,
I'm sorry because
yourself.
I say that thinking that 100 pair is not a lot, but to somebody who's not into sneakers, they're like 2 feet.
right.
365 days. Do you need 100 pair of shoes? But somebody who's into sneakers, 100 pair is nothing. There are cats out here that have thousands of shoes.
Yeah, I'm wearing my shit though.
Yeah, and so I keep it at 100 pair. And for me, that's good balance because it shows that I'm an adult and that I love sneakers. Because I think you can kind of get lost in it. You know, if you just start buying everything, you want to have everything. And it becomes more of a trophy piece and stuff that you show off to people. Hey, I got a bunch of shoes versus something that you actually use.
Yeah.
You know, 100 pair, I actually can use them. Like that I'll wear every pair in a year's time, and I'll be happy about that.
Yeah.
Do you fellas have any grills, or y'all just don't know about it? Like, with me, it's 2. And one is really not that expensive. Like, if I ever feeling myself like Tweet, I might go get it. It was the original South Beach LeBron. Like, I missed out on it, and I was in line. Like, I was right there. It was like some hype in his girlfriend. I still say they was hypes to this day. And he was like this close because they like, we don't have your size. And I'm thinking, I don't give a fuck. Just give me anyone. I'll find my size. I know the trick.
Right.
But he's like, man, all right, I'm just finna leave. Soon as he's finna leave, his little crackhead girlfriend say, just grab it, honey. We can switch out. I'm like, fuck, who taught her the trick? I was mad as hell.
Yeah.
So it's them and the Red Octobers. I like.
Yeezys.
Oh, yeah.
If I ever get like a random $4,500, I'm getting them Red Octobers.
Yeah. The only thing is like I liked the Nike Yeezy, but I remember seeing them and I was just like, dang. Like, I just couldn't see myself at that time, like, doing that. But I think now, a shoe that I really love that I just haven't made the jump to get, I think it's PSNY, the 13, this all gray.
The Grail, PSNY 12.
Yeah.
And that's an amazing shoe, too.
Yeah.
It's a super amazing shoe.
And I remember I first seen them, and I was like, I'm getting them. And then I didn't get them, and I was like, I was like, okay, I didn't get them. And I just knew. I was like, man, I'm going to look, and I'm going to just feel like it's too expensive for my blood to go get.
But that's the thing about the dope shoes that come out. They make, like Nike and Adidas, like their marketing, their strategy behind releasing shoes is amazing. Because they'll keep the kids, and even the adults, just stressed out about buying these shoes. Like, there are kids that have attempted to buy every Yeezy and have yet to actually get a pair of Yeezys. Like, do you imagine how depressing that is? Like, you try. This is like you're using the apps.
Yeah.
You're entering manual raffles. You're doing online raffles. You're doing all these things to get one shoe.
Yeah.
And you don't get it.
Still not getting it.
And then I feel bad as a person who owns the store because we have the Yeezy. And we, depending on the shoe, the price, we're in the market. The price is the market price.
Right.
So if the price is $700 and you got a kid that goes like, man, I really want those. I've been trying. You know, that weigh on your heart a little bit. You know?
right.
But at the same time, you're a business owner. It's a business. And you're like, man. So I think we need to do like maybe a giveaway or something maybe on a Yeezy.
Oh, man.
That would probably be dope for the culture. Like kids that really...
No, not for you. Not for you. 18 and under.
Yeah, it gotta be
18 and under.
I'm all about supporting kids, but I'm going to say something real. Right?
Say it.
This is a no foreplay. Let me take off my hat for this.
LeBron, hello.
Fuck that.
Fuck kids.
No, I'm with the kids getting their shit. Okay, they got theirs. Congratulations. But fuck that. Look, I've been in this shoe shit a long time. Any Jordan I want, fresh, we got it for you. Goddamn it, your name even wrote on the box. Congratulations. But I've been out here struggling in these streets and I can't get a Yeezy plug to save my motherfucking life. I'm talking about, I've been out here, goddamn it, damn near washing cars for Adidas rep. I can't get a Yeezy to save my life. I had one Yeezy and I'm thinking, oh, this shit finna be easy because the way I got the first one. So I sold it for like $750. I'm like, cool. Goddamn, the next one I'm gonna double up. I ain't been back since. I talking about the first pair of Adidas that dropped. I had them. I sold them for $750. Anybody out there, if you're listening to the Goodfellas and No Foreplay, I'm willing to pay. I don't want a discount. I just want to be in that number.
Oh,
when they go marching in, Anthony.
The Saints go marching in. Fresh just want to be wearing weeds.
I'm seeing through everything Fresh saying because you know what, Fresh, he gonna try to get the all white Yeezy that's coming out.
I'm trying to do.
and you already know. You already know.
I thought.
He went straight to the stress repair too. Like, he didn't start like, let me just work on. Let me go right to the one that's gone.
Look, Joe. Even if y'all got some black and red V2s laying around, the black and green ones, I'm down. I just need a Yeezy, and like, I feel incomplete, bro. Like, I need a Yeezy. I don't understand how I don't got no Yeezy plug. It's like nobody does. Though.
Yeah, nobody really does.
Nobody really has a Yeezy plug.
But it's tough though. The sneaker culture it's evolving a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on with the way they release shoes. Mm-hmm. You know, at a point in time, you used to just leave school, go get your mics, come back to school with them on, and that was it. Now, you have to have a smartphone to get a shoe.
Yes.
You have to have an app to get certain stuff, and it makes it such a hassle. And that's why people love, our store. I say our because my wife is out there, and I will not say my store.
Right.
Our store. Because you can just come buy something that sold out, and the hassle of calling every store you know, driving around the city, wasting gas money, when you can literally come right to us and probably spend the extra $30 or $40 for a pair of shoes that your child is. Look, every store you call, your child is staring at you in the face. Hey, do they got them on? Oh, let me just go over here. Let's go visit Patty Room. Let's just go take your extra $40. You know,
one thing about your store too, that you operate on integrity. Cause I remember, some days I be bored and like literally I be like, oh, Kiari up here, and I just sit in the store, just be shooting the breeze with him, and he will let you know if you got like fake shoes and you trying to like he literally like these dudes came in there and he literally like ran down the shit like, yeah, bro, like whatever you talking about, that price is probably fake. And you probably got fam.
Yeah, it's important to have knowledge because the things they cost so much, and you're spending, even if you spend $100, now that's a lot of money. That can take care of bills in every household actually. Not a lot of houses. Every household, $100 is taking care of bills. So whether the shoe is $100 up to a couple thousand, if you bring that shoe in the store and it's not right, I feel it's my job to let you know that what you're bringing in is not right. It's my job to kind of help you understand researching what the price point is for a shoe, what you should spend on it, what you should be comfortable with. And you come to our store, you're not going to find something priced outrageous just because nobody has it. We look at the market. We look around everywhere as we price our shoes. You know, and that's important. And when I say price our shoes, this might go over a lot of the listeners here. They're like, what do you mean? The shoes have prices already. You know, they should be $190 plus tax.
Right.
This is not that.
No.
right. This is not those days.
This is not that. This is not. We're not Foot Locker. We're actually a resale and consignment store. I think I should have probably put that out there a little bit earlier.
They should know that.
Yeah. But you know, you have some listeners. They just think shoe store. You know, and that's you know, a lot of shoppers. They're not really. If you're not in the shoes, you're not really gonna research and be like, oh, well, this is this kind of shoe store. My son said he want these shoes. Somebody told me, Deion said, come over here and get them. That's all they know. Right, so once they show up and they're like, oh, it's $300, it's not $220.
Right.
And then they're looking, you know, they giving the guys at the store, the stale face. And it's like, okay, let us explain to you why this is the price. And it's because we do resale and consignment. And so, you know, we essentially extract the great items and bring them to our store from wherever, because we still shop. Yeah. Like I'm a shoe shopper. I think that's where just my passion and energy from, because I'll go out and I'll see something like, oh, that shoe is $60. Like, no, that's a $100 shoe. I know it's a $100 shoe.
Right.
Can I have all of those?
Yeah.
You know, and I'll bring them to the store, and like I said, it's a $100 shoe. I know it. I sell shoes all over the world. We even travel. We just got back from Cleveland for a sneaker con event.
Okay.
You know, which we had to, drive, and it's, we won't get into what it is, but it's just a big open venue in which a lot of sneakerheads, show up to buy shoes. And so, like I said, we've been doing this a lot of years, and we travel, and we put a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and a lot of love and passion into, selling shoes and being a part of the culture. And whether you like cars, whether it's music, once you find something you love, you pay attention to it. Like it's your baby. You take care of it. You water it every day. So I think a lot of people finding your passion. This is going to a whole nother conversation. But if you can make money off something you love, man, you in good graces.
Oh, great graces. And I think too, like, as far as like traveling for stuff, like I always say that kind of lets you know how much you love something. Like when you will get up and say, I'm going here for this purpose. And especially like to me, I think a lot of people, essentially, you get a lot of people now who try to downplay the importance of shoes because other people put importance on it. And I'm like, listen, I know for me, like, why shoes ended up being so big, particularly basketball shoes. Like, for some reason, my foot just shot to a 14 when I was 14. And I was 14 in 1996. So I was not walking, fam. I used to go to the Foot Locker and be like, so I'm looking for shoes. And I would point, and they'd be like, yeah, so pretty much, like, Nike basketballs, what you got to choose from. Yep. And unfortunately, at the Foot Locker by me, it was one dude who worked there who wore 14. So,
and I'm saying 114.
Man, they used to pull me. They used to take me to the back of the store, taking me to a rack, and they like, that's what you got to choose from. Luckily, along the lines, my mother.
Huh? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. One day I went there for some Air Force Ones. They was all black and they had a gold Nike sign, like the plastic bubble Nike
the bubble.
sign.
I wish they bring that back.
He had them on his feet.
You should have. At that point, you should have fought him.
He laughed at me. But I called a blessing because my mother was working for a company and there was a guy there. A matter of fact, I need to send him a message. And his name was Peter. And she was like, yeah, like, Peter's a real tall guy. All she used to tell me about, like, yeah, he's a tall guy. He's cool. He drives a Range Rover that lowers when he gets in and out. And she was like, he wear the same size shoe as you. And he apparently played college ball. And he had a friend that worked at Nike. And she was like, yeah, he got some shoes. They sent him shoes to see if he wants to wear them to play basketball. So he's going to send them to you because he don't really wear them much. And next thing I know, I think the first pay he sent me was the gloves. And I remember getting them. I was like, oh, this what he gets.
Yeah, like he gets nice shoes.
Right. The next thing I know, he sent me Chris Webber's and pretty much like a lot of the shoes that was on the. Remember when Nike used to do the back of the magazine, the whole shoe with the 800 number?
Yeah.
Man, I would get those and I would just be like, man, this is like the best thing in the world. Like,
look, if it wasn't for my uncle who was out here living his life, I wouldn't have had most of the shoes I had, man. It was like, me and my uncle, we watched movies every night when he came in from whatever he was outside doing. It was always White Castle and Country Town Lemonade. And if he came in with a new shoe, and he'll see how my face will light up. When I got home from school the next day, I had that shoe. You know what I mean? So
at least you had that.
Yeah.
As Kiari can vouch for you, I was the adult who started late in the game because I mean we had like some Air Force Ones and shit, but you know the Petersons were not balling by no stretch of the imagination.
I know when he got locked up, bro. It was back.
It was back to gum and cheese, huh?
It was back to Sakuma.
Yeah, but once I got out of college and start making coins, Kiari definitely was my supplier. Yes. Definitely is my support.
So I got a question because one thing we didn't cover. So Pattern Room, let's plug it real quick.
Yeah.
I need the address. I need the website. All that. Like, just tell them where they can find you.
Okay, well, the website is mypaddedroom.com. We're located 2134 West 95th Street. That's in Beverly. Well, it's in Chicago, but the neighborhood is Beverly. All should know. That's pretty much it, man.
Let me jump in there because I know this. The first time I went to y'all website, I'm all about, I love good websites. And I love like a site that shows me the inventory. And it did. I was like, yo, I love this. I immediately, I was like, I'm here.
I kid you not. Just as people want to be entrepreneurs, I literally did that myself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I'm not a tech guy. Look, Safari, Click, like that's me.
Right.
Like I don't know nothing about what's going on. I probably still got all the files that I ever been on online. I don't know how to clear that stuff. Like that's me.
All right.
I'm that guy. So for me, like that web, like I said, this is my baby. Like that store, it's like I built that website myself in 2013. Put it up, and it was just I had so many shoes at home.
Yeah.
Which even to segue into why the store is called Padded Room. If you ever stack shoe boxes up and they get so hot, and they were just covering the walls. They just shoes everywhere. You look around, you're like, this is kind of crazy, one.
Right.
And it actually looks like you surrounded. If you know what a padded room look like in the insane asylum, like all the walls the same. Like with the shoe boxes looking this way. And some people would call me crazy for having all these shoes like this.
Yeah.
And that's, strangely enough, padded room. That's where it came from.
Where do you see you taking Padded Room? How far you want to take it?
It's so much nurturing that goes into such our little bitty store. I think 3 locations would be like my ceiling. And that, I know some people say, man, that's it? That's what you say? But I understand the energy it takes to run something like that. Because you're not just getting UPS shipment to say, oh, here go your shoes. Like, there's legwork. There's a lot of energy, a lot of, time put in to make sure we're acquiring the shoes that people want. And so anything more than a few locations, I would have to, they cloning people now. Gucci got a clone.
Right,
so we
right.
had to get one of that, get something like that going for me to, really want to take on more than that. And I'm a hands-on dude. Like, I can't just, like you said, you came when there was people in the store. Like, I probably showed up hours later. Like, okay, y'all straight? Like, everybody good? Y'all need anything around here?
Yeah.
Like, I can't just disappear, unless, vacation, you got a vacation. But other than that, I'm in there making sure stuff is the way it needs to be. And, like, when you have something, it's just like, it's something I heard earlier. I was going to say that we was talking about it here, but I'll save that. But it's like anything else. When this podcast, if you like, you go on vacation and just fresh and here, you like, hey, who y'all interview today? Like, what's going on? Like, tell
exactly.
me, like, what did they talk about? They say something funny? Were they entertaining? Did they bore the people? Were the people excited? Like, what's going on? Like, could you imagine having to call and get filled in on what's going on here?
Yeah, it would be a little panic.
You'd be stressed out.
A lot of panic. Because
We'll be out here living life.
Look, I was going to say, when I listen to the show, man, I laugh so much listening to y'all. And when Ant and Fresh get going, and I hear Dion in the background like chuckling, I'd be like, I know he just over there. Like he trying to get them together, but y'all just go.
TTG, baby. TT fucking G.
We just was having that discussion with some people yesterday. All the kids. Those were the kids. We was telling them, like, even when we was getting sidetracked when we was speaking to the kids, we like, oh yeah, Dion is always the one that brings everything back together. Like, all right, Fresh. Yeah, that's enough.
The kids was like, I could tell, like, y'all like Charlamagne, Angela Yee, and he like DJ Envy. And I was like...
It was funny when I was listening to the Go Getter episode, man. Oh, my God.
I don't know what came over me.
Man.
Okay. So I got a question. This may be loaded, but I don't think so. What change would you like to see in the sneaker culture? It could be anything. What change would you like to see? I'm gonna just leave it open-ended.
Yeah, that's a tough one. If I had to just pick one thing, I would want the kids to actually like more than one type of shoe.
Okay.
Because we get so caught up on what's going on social media, and the kids want stuff for likes. And I don't think they necessarily always like the shoes that are popular. I think they just kind of want them because everybody else wants them.
Yeah.
Like, originally being the person that was in the sneakers, the shoe could be on the shelf. You would go buy it because you liked it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't buy it because it only because it was sold out, only because one of your celebrities had them. Like, aside from just the basketball players having them on, there was no other avenue to look at somebody in a pair of sneakers.
Right.
So now the kids, they'll see, I refuse to drop rapper names in this booth. So they'll see some of their favorite rappers wearing something, and that's when, like, we'll see the sales of something picking up.
Right.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, there's a little rapper out of South Florida, he wore a pair of top threes. And, like, and then Loso wore them. And then the phone started ringing. Y'all got them top threes? Y'all got, man, I've been looking everywhere. They been in stock. We had them.
Right.
Like, they been here. They gone now.
Right.
But one of the kids was just saying that about the ones. They're like, I didn't even like Jordan 1s until I seen, I can't think of the rapper's name. What he do? The Drift from My Walk. That kid. He's like, man, I see him with something, so now I gotta get him.
Famous Day.
Yeah, famous day.
And I, me, I'm just sitting there like, it's certain shoes like I think we so, like, I feel like me, like, I'm tuned in, like, it's certain shoes, like, and I feel like I can't wait, like, the Kyrie 2. I was like, I need that Kyrie too. Yeah. Like, I could care less who wears it. The Paul George, when they announced his shoe, I was like, I need that. Yeah. I need that. Like, I'm a fan of the actual player who's playing in the shoes. And then I saw the design, I was sold. And I feel like, you know, you may look up later, and I feel like them type of shoes can explode, like he just said. And I'll be like, gee, like, sometimes you have to be first. Like,
you gotta be first.
And Kyrie's took off last year.
Yeah.
Like, LeBron had lost me for a while, but he brought me back. I like the new ones. Like, I want a pair of new ones, but them Kyrie's last year took off. I had like three or four pair of them Kyrie's last year. I wasn't fucking around.
Yeah.
Man, definitely, I love the kids that, like, you want the kids to be different, but everybody wants to be different. I have an issue with being different but being the same as everybody. I know y'all probably talk about that here. Like, I don't want, like, I'm different. I got blue dreads. Like, no. He has pink ones and he has green. Like, you're not different. You just chose a different color. Right. You know? So it's the same thing. I mean, when I look for the shoes, they like, oh, I'm different. I got this shoe. Like, no, you just have a different color of the shoe. Like, you know, you have to expand beyond more. And it's tough because, you know, Jordan kind of owns sneaker culture.
Right.
You know, he owns it. So I get where you just want to have certain Jordans, but you have to definitely step outside and say, well, look, let me get, you know, we're not going to rep any brands, but let me get this other shoe just because I think it's dope.
Right.
Like, it just looks good.
Yeah.
And I think that's missing from maybe just society.
No, you're right. It is missing from society.
Just like,
it is.
Not even, so I'm sorry to put that on sneaker culture. That's a society issue. I'm sorry. Yeah. All the sneaker lovers, keep buying all the shoes y'all want. Whatever. These are society's ills. It's not the sneaker culture. Right.
Hey, look, you know what? One thing I gotta drop. The funny thing about Jordans, old Jordans, especially like, I want to say the first three, and even a little after that, I'll even go like maybe up to like the 7 in the OG colorway. If you ever wear them to a Bulls game, right? The responses you get from white people, they are priceless, bro. Like, cause first they don't even like, they like, yo, like, nice MJs. Like, you just walk down to this nice MJs. And especially, like, I remember I wore cement 3s to a Bulls game. And I'm literally in the bathroom. Oh, my God, nice MJs. I'm a little busy here, brother. I can't hold conversation. Yeah. But, man, like, and even, like, they appreciation for, like, you know, they just not in tune to go get them. But it's like, I know for a fact that if they sold them at the United Center right there, people would cop them from right in there.
If they sold them for like $450 at the UC,
they'd be gone.
Yeah.
Then they get robbed. They get robbed right out there.
No, they wouldn't. They will. Hey, that's a safe zone. The UC a safe zone. They would just get in and go back to Naperville.
This ain't the UC in '97.
Right. This ain't.
The Hornets are going.
This ain't the. Listen. You know what? Look. I want to say this, Bo. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it so much, brother. Padded Room, mypaddedroom.com. Just drive down 95th Street, going west. Look on the right side of the street, and it's right there.
Just Google it.
Yeah, just Google it, please.
Padded Room Chicago.
Padded Room Chicago. They are known. Go there, get your kicks, make a kid happy. No foreplay. We out.
No foreplay.